ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Greg Whitehouse, joined by TAMAS Ward. We're here commentating on the second round of the Men's Croatian Dodgeball League, a very new European Dodgeball Federation, and we look forward to their progress and what they bring in when the European Championships does come around again, what they can offer to the table. So we'll get these games underway. TAMAS, the first game we'll be watching is the Banijske Šare against Zagreb. So what we've got here is the European style court, the extended dead zone, as we can see. Like I said, I think you were saying, Match, that is the far back, that far back yellow hazard tape line is the thing. Zagreb win the middle ball anyway, so that's a good start, and that's always what you want to be looking for.
Absolutely, get the control straight away.
And they're up, middle ball gets thrown, oh, 7 doesn't quite get out of the way of that.
Just right on his planted leg there, difficult.
Yeah, always a hard one to dodge. And that middle ball, you know, seems to be released. Over here in the GB scene, you normally get a wing player that will throw that.
Yeah, it's interesting, it seems to be middle player every time, isn't it? And kind of protecting their wing. Interesting standing counter there, but giving away the 4 ball. I'm not sure if that was quite the decision to make, but let's see what happens.
Oh, and a 2 ball there. No hit for just, you know, that side dodge that we see quite a lot of.
Yeah, sort of a pencil dodge, yeah.
Yeah. And number 1, Martin throws the ball there from the centre side and gets his hit. No, you know, I think it's very different in how we kind of see things in terms of dodgeball in and around Europe and how kind of each team plays. Nice standing counter there. Unlucky he doesn't really get the hit, but that gives the 4 ball momentum to Zagreb. Good throw there. What
yeah, releasing the 2, getting the 1 hit. That's not bad. That's pretty good. They still control the 2 balls at the other end, so they can do that exactly. So they can do a standing counter, get the guy out in the middle, and they're 1 up, 2 up.
Yeah, 2 up. And not quite sure what that's for. Obviously, we don't have the referee's handbook in front of us in terms of thing, but that's a good, you know, standing counter.
Great standing counter.
And there he is.
Oh, good revenge hits though.
Yeah.
Brings it down. Was that 2 on 2?
2 on 2. Yeah. Very good comeback there. And Dominic throws the. We say kind of a panic ball, but sometimes it works a lot. You know, in terms of the.
It does.
Yeah.
Good hit there.
Yeah. 13. He punishes the Zagreb player there.
Got the 2 on 1. Oh, good block first of all, but
that nice delayed ball. So the first 2 points go to sorry.
That was a good comeback, really. I think Zagreb were kind of controlling that game for the majority, but then right at the end there, some good revenge hits and a good finishing move.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of what you look for as well, especially when you've got 2 balls. Sometimes hitting at the same time isn't always the best thing. You know, that delayed ball does work very well.
Absolutely, it kind of forces the blocker to kind of move his ball to one area where you can hit him on the other. So if you go for a high block, hitting on the low, very effective.
Yeah. Zagreb get that middle ball again. It's passed out to the wing, and Marco can't quite take the catch as he jumps mid-air. It's a good start, I guess, from Sari in terms of considering they were. Oh my goodness!
Great double hit.
Yeah, off the toes.
Off the toe as well. That's what you love to see. That's what you love. As a player, that's what you need.
Yeah.
Double hit off the toe. That is your ultimate.
Especially early on, I think that's always what you're looking for. You're looking for that precise hit. You know, especially on a day like this, you're going to be playing the 2 games. Oh, and that's a doesn't make the catch.
It's just come off court there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
That is a shame. He looks like he grabs it in the end, but line ref
he was juggling that for a while.
And Zagreb, a nice little delay kind of fake there. It kind of forces the Sari players to move.
Oh, there you go. That's that delay ball you were talking about.
Yeah, that delay ball works very well, but Dominic can't quite get the track back he's after.
There you go. That's what you need to see a bit more of. A bit more pressure up there.
Yeah.
Zagreb seems to be doing it. Kind of just letting the throws happen, I suppose.
They seem to be kind of making the court their own. You know, that's what you're always looking for from a team straight out the bat. You don't really want to be bullied onto the court. And the ball retriever there sliding about, he gets the ball on. Oh,
good
great
catch.
Great catch.
Should have put his hand up for him straight away there.
I think in English dodgeball, a player would kind of claim a yellow card against that player there. But...
yeah, that's a kind of new tactic, isn't it? And a good finishing hit there.
Yeah, good finishing hit. He throws the one and kind of as his motion is still in progress.
Yeah, he kind of threw that standing counter to try and put him off, to try and make only one ball come at him, which they only did throw one, but couldn't get out of the way of that, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's why the standing counter from wide is so nice, because it's almost out of that vision. Zagreb yet again getting that middle ball where, you know, they're getting the dominance from the start, and that's what you're really looking for in terms of the start. You get that ball out, three come forward, and a double
hit again. Wow.
Yeah,
they're getting that control straight away from that middle ball, and they win it. Often getting a hit, and the last couple ones, the double hit.
Yeah.
Ooh, two go out there though.
Two go out, the double hit, but one of the Zagreb players takes a Banijske player with him. Oh, yeah, very good standing counter. Yet again, 8 looks to throw that ball to the left side, but he's taken by the standing counter. Got a nice quick arm on him there.
He does.
He does get hit on that though. Does he? No, he's... Yep,
yeah,
he does
he's out,
get.
yeah. He got hit just on the toe there. I think that number one's got a decent arm. Very accurate by the looks of it.
And that's the thing. That's the thing a team kind of puts. You know, when you have the big arms, you want those into the end because, you know, like then he's hit that standing counter. Really nice arm there. Like you're saying, nice and accurate. Got power behind it.
Definitely. The only problem I reckon he might have is it looks like it's quite straight. So I think catchers might enjoy it because it will come straight into them, no moving around in the air. So that's what he has to be careful with. Ooh, was that a block on?
Just blocked down into the ground. Look close, look close.
Got out the way of that
and
again.
There you go. You called it. The straight arm, it comes. It's powerful, but catchers look for it.
And hit on the shoulder there to finish it. Decent finish from Zagreb. Played their time, waited out, got the finish.
So despite being 1 set down, 2-0 down to start with, they take the next 2 sets. Zagreb definitely looking the stronger team in terms of team cohesion, as you'd say.
Definitely, I think people kind of know their roles a bit more on that team. You've got quite definite wing players, and you've got definite catchers in the middle there, making it a very well-rounded team. Hits all over the place.
Things all over the place.
With standing counters, lots of revenge hits. Good work.
And the 2-ball attack from the 4-ball worked nicely. They take out number 7, Ivan, for Banijske there.
Yeah, very well timed throws there.
Really nice. And this is the first year of the men's league in Croatia, Tamas.
Yeah, so I saw something about there's only had a mixed league before this.
Yeah,
is that right?
Yeah, which is, you know, a very bizarre one to start with the mixed league, but I guess.
Well, I kind of get the most out of people who get involved as you can, I suppose.
Yeah.
Good hits coming in there from Zagreb.
Antonio gets hit, and as Dominic goes to look up for the ball, he's kind of hit by that standing counter. Good awareness there from Zagreb to take that hit.
Good dodges, good blocks.
Oh,
and a catch. That was a lovely pluck to his, what was that, left-hand side?
Yeah, lovely catch. Silvio there, you know, that's one you're looking for, especially on a track back. You know, catchers love that one. Definitely not always straight at the chest, the one just to the side, because, you know, a lot of catchers these days, they take that catch by the side.
Yeah, kind of getting better and better, that kind of plucking kind of motion. Difficult to do because it's, you know, if you get it wrong there, see, bye-bye fingers. But, fair play.
Oh, a great catch.
What a ridiculous catch.
Ball in hand, but he still makes the catch. That's Marco there for Banijske. 3-ball attack.
2 hits, 1 return. Good throwing though.
Yeah, good throw. Now 2 players up here. Now
Gotta be more mobile there.
Yeah.
Gotta be more mobile.
Especially as a middle player, that's what you... Oh, and there we go.
Double hit again.
Zagreb.
How many double hits has there been?
That's 3 double hits, and we're only 10 minutes into this. I'd say, Tamas, these teams really should be making more use of that centre zone. They're only really using the halfway, and I think he's been called out for something there. Yeah, he gets the 1 hit, but I think someone takes the rebound catch.
Yeah, I think we got it wrong there in terms of the court positioning there. I think the red line's the middle line, obviously.
Yeah.
And then those 2 other sides of the...
Oh, the centre zone. So it
is the centre. Yeah. It's not that really far back one.
No, that would be crazy. That's the ball return line. I think he's been called out for the ball coming on from the halfway line, but not being made
there you go.
Live.
That puts that. Zagreb went in the middle again.
Yeah, and Zagreb, you know, they were down 2 players there. Number 2 gets out. Like I said, those middle players, Tamas, they've really got to be more mobile.
Got to. And they seem to be kind of looking around more than looking at the other team throwing at them. So
you let the ball retrievers, you let the ball retrievers sort that thing out.
Exactly. Keep your eyes on the ball. Literally. Good blocks there.
Yeah, good blocks and good return here. Zagreb yet again take the number of players up in this set. Oh, that's a good hit there, and 4 can't quite get back.
Yeah, he kind of had his hands down to the side there. Could have maybe grasped it in, but couldn't quite keep hold of it. Another catch. Nice.
Yeah, Zagreb making these simple catches, and that's what you're looking for, especially from the start. Oh, he looks like he makes the catch.
Oh, and he gets... that was unbelievable, though. If he managed to catch that and palm it in, that would have been ridiculous.
Oh,
I think he was hit with a couple more.
Yeah,
than
he
just
was
one,
hit with a couple more. But I still think if the other player makes the catch there, he does. It's a catch, right? Still, the ball is still live in terms.
Well, I don't know if the ball becomes dead as soon as he gets hit by another ball, though.
Well, that ball is still live. I guess the player is dead as such in terms of.
I suppose so. It hasn't hit the ground.
Yeah.
So.
It hasn't become a dead ball yet.
True.
Zagreb, they take the middle ball, but they relax a little. They don't quite fire one off the start. And there we go. The wing throw in this time. We're not seeing the simple style of the middle ball getting released.
Yep, same again there.
And these Zagreb wingers, you know, they're really making. Well, I say that, and number 1 goes out, and Dominic goes out for Zagreb.
But there you go. There you go. They're very prolific on the hits there.
Yeah. You know, they like to be very attacking down these wings. There they are again. It gets hit on the fingers. He can't quite get his hand out of the way. And number 8, as he tracks back, is hit.
Yeah, I think Banijske, they've got a lot of things going for them, but they just need to get out of the way more.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a bit better.
There we go.
Underneath it, over it. Because they seem to be doing a lot of the sort of pencil turnaround dodge.
Yeah,
which,
the very one-dimensional dodge, as you call it. You really need to be, moving up, down, left, right.
Like with 4 balls there, you've just got. There you go.
Oh, there we go. That's it. Antonio finally getting his momentum in terms of dodging.
You just got to make yourself unpredictable. You can't be predictable, otherwise it's going to be too easy for the other team just to pick you off.
And that was actually a nice bit of pressure there from
back line there.
Back line there.
Unlucky.
Really unlucky. So the reason Croatia can actually play dodgeball, Tamas, unlike us in England, there is a restriction on 25 players in the hall at one time.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so there's no actually current lockdown, but there can be only 25 players.
Well, that's the dream at the moment for us, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, unfortunately, us in the UK we're all stuck to the inside of our homes, unfortunately.
Yeah, but Zagreb take a 12-2 lead here, despite going down that first set. It was, like we said, a good comeback from Banijske.
I It's an unbelievable hit.
Yeah.
Sure, that was a double hit.
I think that's what number 2 was calling for, but ref doesn't
must have
call
bounced first.
There we go, a couple players out. Oh, and that's a very poor dodge from Martin there, from Banijske. You know, up in the air, leg straight, you know, that's not what you're really looking for. If you're going to dodge high, you really need to be a very good catcher in terms of getting your hands.
Has he made that catch?
Made that catch, but he slid
called.
out. Yeah, catch called. I think he
it's worth
secured it.
One player in, one player out. Yeah,
especially as you're up that many players, and
exactly.
you've kind of got that point difference.
Worth that risk.
We're coming down to the end of the first half here. I can imagine it will be whoever has more players on court at that point. Zagreb, Zagreb are definitely up in that department, so they'll probably look at taking these last 2 points. Banijske need to take that. There's no guy or girl on the sideline calling that. There we go.
Good time.
Zagreb take the 2 set points before the half.
Yeah. Dominant first half from Zagreb, really.
Yeah, very dominant. And Tamas, is that what you're kind of looking for? You know, as a player, if you were playing on court, would you like to have a manager on the line calling that seconds? Because there, you know, Banijske are so slow on making the attack. You know, are you looking for someone to call time? You know, say, oh, you've got a couple seconds left.
Most definitely, yeah. You need to kind of know where you stand, because it really depends on what kind of play you're about to make. Because if you've got time left, you could be looking at taking like the one hit very slowly, taking the next hit, kind of slowing the game down so you can kind of control the pace and everything.
Yeah.
Whereas obviously if you've got barely any time left, you've got to go for those kind of quick fire hits, you know, work together as well. So if you've got more than one ball, make sure you're throwing together, get those targets out, and kind of try and speed things up basically, because the other team will definitely be slowing it down.
And with only 30 seconds gone in this first game in the second half, Zagreb are already 4 players on court to Banijske's 2.
Yeah,
great toe shots.
Waffling on
there. That's it, mate.
Doing their work.
Yeah, they were doing their work there. It was a great toe shot from the start there. I think there's been some really dominant players on this Zagreb side. This guy in the red shorts, who I don't actually have the name for, which is incredibly disappointing, because he's been a very good player. You know, he's made those catches.
Lots of catches, like 3 or 4 I think we've seen so far. Very good work.
And like you said, you know, we see that court dominant from Zagreb. Their wing players very much so taking control. Number 1.
Very aggressive actually. So lots of standing counters, a lot of just general counters as well. So they're really not. There's not much blocking and controlling involved, which is, you know, when you're kind of dominant as you are in this, and they are in this game, they can afford to do it. So just be careful. Obviously, if they come against opposition which can control, they might end up giving away too many balls and be punished for as a result of it. But
and that's Silvio for Zagreb there. They get that middle ball and he's straight up the court to make the hit, and that's a great 2-ball attack. Yeah, really nice. Very good timing, up the court at the same time. Good catch.
This is what you end up with if you've got dominant wing players. The Banijske team, they always seem scared to kind of come up the court.
Yeah, I think Dominic should be back in here yet, because he's out before that catch is made. Unfortunately, the guy that makes the catch doesn't quite stay on court. Oh my goodness!
That's an amazing shot.
That is a toe snapper and a half from back court. That's what you always.
Sniper.
You know, that a player like that, especially when you've got the straight arm, and you've got a powerful arm, you can make those toe shots from back of the court, especially when a team, you know, isn't quite paying attention.
He's gunning for them toes, isn't he?
Oh, he is indeed. I will say, Banijske are a very new team, kind of, in this process. Last in the round 1, they only won 2 sets in 2 games. So, you know, they're a very new team in terms of that. Like you said, the first year they played was only mixed. Now they've got a men's league. And there we go. Good catch indeed, Tamas. A very good set for the number 9 winger there.
Yeah, I think that it kind of shows that they're a new team. I think they've got a lot of promise there. They've got some really decent arms in there.
Yeah.
Need to get a bit more mobility going.
A couple fine tuning in terms of who's playing where and who's taking control. It doesn't look really like they have an in-game leader. you know, for Zagreb, you couldn't say if someone has an in-game leader, but you can imagine a lot of people are talking very loud here. A lot of heads turn, like you said earlier. Everyone's looking for that ball. You know, that's what you've got the ball retrievers for. Let them worry about the balls.
Exactly. Got to keep your eyes on. Great catch from number 12.
Catch
that
there.
is excellent. In the air as well, landing down. Keeps his balance just about with the help of number 6.
And I will tell you, Tamas, he has made a couple of catches so far, but this is his first game ever. He's never played a game before.
What, number 12?
Never played.
Amazing work.
Yeah, really good catch. I think we talk about this a couple of times, you know, if he's come from another sport, a lot of the skills are transferable into dodgeball. You see a lot of European teams come from handball side, you know, they're very good with hand-eye coordination. I'd like to know if he has come from another sport, but like you said, he's got very good hands on him, very good catcher so far.
Yeah, that was a very good catch. Yeah, very impressive. Yeah, that number 1 is pretty rapid for Zagreb. I can see why they're getting that middle ball every time. Oh, it's a lovely toe shot as well.
You're enjoying those ones, Tamas. It makes you miss dodgeball. It makes you miss.
It really does. It really does.
But Zagreb making those key hits early, equaling it up. He's probably disappointed there that he hasn't made the catch. He's not gone out for that.
Yeah, why's he not gone out for that?
I mean, that's pretty sure that hit him straight in.
Yeah, there you go. He's gone now.
There he go.
Hit both his knees. Yeah, number 13. You can't just stand there, mate. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You got to move out of the way.
I mean, he looks a bit gutted that he hasn't made the catch because it's come straight at him.
What? Was that a headshot?
That is a headshot. That is.
Big work. You gotta love a headshot.
They're the two most enjoyable ones: the toe shot from the back court and the headshot. It's the you know you're not really meant to aim for head, but I think when you're kind of gunning for it, it's the hardest part to catch in.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't gun for a headshot like you can do because it's very difficult to catch around there.
Yeah.
So it's quite a good tactical throw. But yeah, it's very satisfying when they do come off.
This Dominic guy who runs middle ball for Zagreb, when they go down to a minimal players, he actually takes wing position, and he actually looks a lot more comfortable on the wing. I will say that.
I think they must put him in there just purely for that middle ball.
Yeah.
Catch made from Banijske.
He makes that catch and he uses it to block as well because the two other players are also eyes away from the ball.
A 5-ball attack. Ooh, 1 hit. Still got 3 balls, guys.
One's got to be thrown.
2 hits.
2 hits.
I'm not to say anything bad, but they're quite lucky to get 2 hits out of that. They all threw at different times.
Yeah.
You can't look at getting those 2-ball attacks, 3-ball attacks, or even 4-ball when you got 5 balls in it.
Oh, number 9, he doesn't quite make the catch. Mario there, who's been quite promising on the wings. Banijske currently up 3 players now. 4 players.
4 players. Right, this is where you need to control it.
Yeah.
Same ball attacks. Don't get dragged into that. Fair hit.
He does get hit, but that's very lucky from the Banijske side. Like I said, very new team. If you could fine-tune those hits.
Oh, there's something going on with the refs here.
Refs called something.
Number 6 is staying in.
Okay. Oh, ref has called timeout, but it looks like when we do return. Oh, look at that! Slow-mo replay and all.
They're talking about his toe on the line there.
Oh, look at that. That is some great refereeing to spot that.
Let's see if they can get him on the second crack at it.
Still 1 ball thrown, when you've got the 3 balls there, you really should be looking at 2. He goes for the leap of faith, doesn't get it. 6, whose name we don't have, but has been a very key player for Zagreb. He likes to get low a lot, I will say that.
Yeah, he's definitely a catcher. His throw isn't the most powerful there, as you can tell, but it's low, it's difficult, it's pretty spinning. So you've got to be careful with them. And obviously, if you're not careful, he'll catch it, just like that.
And there we go. He makes the catch, but he's out as well.
So 1 player back in, number 1. Here he is.
Here he is.
Dominic.
This could be a great turnaround for Zagreb.
This could be, yeah. Oh. Oh, okay, so he wasn't the first player out.
Now, in English rules, you'd actually say, yeah, there we go. And they have the same rules as us, I guess. Wrong player entry. So, unfortunately, they can't make that comeback, and that's a good 2 points extra for Banijske. So, like
Banijske did deserve that game.
Yeah.
They just had to be careful at the end there. They're quite lucky to come out with it after all.
And as the wrong player entry comes in, the next player won't be allowed in because they've made the fault themselves. So here we go. New set for Zagreb. They get the first hit off the start. I would have liked to see if they could make that comeback in the last set, but we'll see.
Yeah, me too. Great catch. That number 12, that first game again. Popovich.
Yeah.
Big work. Big work. Sign him up, people.
That's it. He's putting his name out there. He's played very well, considering this is his first game, and that's what you're always looking for. It's a bit of a confidence boost. And a very mobile player at that, I would say.
I was about to say, he's definitely got all the right things there. I haven't seen his throw yet, to be honest. But I've seen him catch, I've seen him dodge. Good player to have on court, that's all.
So with just under 6 minutes left, Zagreb with a very commanding lead.
Is that another foot over the line? Unfortunate.
I think so. Oh, and
that was a high throw.
somewhat of a very high throw. Maybe perspective is a little cruel to us, and that's a great toe snapper yet again.
No, I thought he blocked that, but fair play.
Yeah.
Good fair play. You feel the line there.
Yeah. I think it's a bit hard to say because, you know, this is their first year in terms of the men's league. Now you're getting to that point where you really shouldn't be stepping on lines. You shouldn't be falling out. You know, if you're really going to come back into a European scene. Oh, there we go.
Another catch from number 12.
Oh my goodness.
Popovich, mate. He's popping off. Ignore the pun, sorry.
There's some great attacking throws there. 3 released, was that?
There you go. See, that's what Banijske needs to do last game.
Yeah.
Just to finish this on. Good block.
Very good block.
Yeah, as you were saying, like you're at least training you'd hope 2-3 hours a week. You've got to have your court awareness on there. Good blocks. Just one release there. I think they're just controlling this, playing the timeout.
Yeah, they don't need to rush anything.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a good thing for them. This is kind of a bit of practice. He's not got a banner.
Not bad. Oh, yeah. But there you go.
But the court awareness, I guess, from the first time, and the leap of faith. There you go. Very nice hit indeed. But some good dodgeball all around from this. And the Croatian national team are actually the Pan Cup mixed category champions, and that's a cup which is played between Hungary, Slovenia, and Croatia. You know, considering what we've seen from Slovenia in the past, it's quite a good thing, I guess.
Definitely. Yeah, you've got some up-and-coming dodgeball teams in that cup, so it's interesting to see that Croatia doing so well. It's good work. Good return here.
Yeah. Those wings, those standing counters have proved very, very aggressive, and they've hit every time pretty much from this Zagreb. This time he doesn't. Number 9 doesn't have a ball in his hand.
That was that wing on that side is getting some decent hits.
Yeah.
You're on the ball, man. Okay, that's good.
Oh, he's looking for that toe shot again. Doesn't quite get it.
Yeah, I'm quite impressed so far with the throws. They're all very low.
Mm.
Not really looking at that. There you go. See, look at that. Great shot on the feet. Leave it alone, lad.
Oh, doesn't need to go for that.
He doesn't need to go for that. I mean, fair play. If you got a hit on that, then good work. But
yeah,
it's not going to come off very often.
I do like players that go for that middle ball and risk it. Go for the push throw and then get the hit. It's nice to see, like you were saying, you know, in terms of who plays where. In this Zagreb side, you really got that strong. Oh my goodness, what a shot if that's hitting there. Okay, maybe he's called out for line infringement, I think. 4-ball attack here. How many get released? That is the question. 3 do.
I think he was hit before the catch there.
Yeah, Antonio doesn't quite make the catch. Like I was saying back to, Zagreb have really got a nice layout in terms of their positioning. They've got the 2 middle, those number 6 and number 12. They're really good catches, considering this is veterans' first dodgeball event. You know, he's fitting that middle really nicely. So.
Definitely, he really is. Yeah, he's nice and mobile as well. So even when they on the defensive, he's managed to get out of the way the majority. He's also catching the odd ball. You know, you can't ask much more from a middle player if he's not throwing as much as the wings. Good hit there again.
Tamas, when you're going forward with a 3, what ball would you normally like to release? From where? What position? Oh, he's made the catch.
Well, I think it depends where the balls are on the other team. So if they're both in the wings, quite often it wouldn't be a bad idea for the middle player to release, because you'll end up with 2 wing players outside of him protecting him on the way back. However, the same goes. I would sort of say your strongest thrower is what you need, really. So you can get that throw, and if you're only releasing one, you've got 2 people to protect him, so you don't mind allowing that big throw to come in. So yeah, it depends really on the kind of position you're in and the throws you've got, really. It doesn't really matter where it comes from.
Banijske do release all 3 there, so they're now without no balls on their defence. One does go a bit skew with and actually does get hit, but now Zagreb here now with the 5 balls.
No hits though.
No hits. Really disappointing here. You're really looking for at least 1 hit there, Tamas, especially from Zagreb, who have looked so dominant in this game.
Absolutely, you've got to make a hit with 5 balls. You just have to.
Well, there we go. There's 1. Ref calls a small timeout here, I think, on a player that. Oh, and a yellow card for Borna there. Constant arguing with referee. No matter what level you play, arguing with the referee is never a good thing, Tamas. I will say that.
Absolutely not. You got to respect the ref. It can be frustrating in a quick game like dodgeball, but you got to respect the ref.
There's a single
decent
ball
dodge there in the middle.
Zagreb just looking to throw that 1 ball. They don't need to be aggressive. They don't need the points. You know, for them, it's all about the thing.
Good dodges from number 21.
Just need a hold. There we go. They've seen the time, I think, so they've just got to play nice and slow here. Number 7 doesn't quite get the dodge there. Ivan from Banijske, and that is it. Full time is called for the final score from game 1, Tamas. Zagreb 28 and Banijske.
Yeah, very dominant display from Zagreb. Very promising from Banijske, really. They had a lot of decent plays in there, a lot of decent some catches, some good hits. I think just need to get a bit more mobile, decide where they're going to be on court, and watch those lines, of course.
Yep. So into the second game now. It's going to be Zapad against Zagreb. Zagreb have just played. You know, whether there is games in between this, we aren't too sure, but I can imagine there will be. So they've probably got a little break, unless they played in the mixed division as well.
Decent hits there.
Yeah, some really good arms from the start. Oh, and
interesting. They're going for different people when they're throwing. It's interesting. Yeah. But both making the hits, so absolutely fair enough.
Yeah. Tony there on the right side, and the joggers.
Great catch.
Really nice catch there, Franco. You know, that promising catch. You know, get low, take the catch in, straight in the bread basket, easy peasy.
And the hit on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Really nice. And it's weird to see where we've seen Zagreb been so dominant in that last game. You know, it's now Zabad's turn.
Oh!
Corker of a catch there. Corker of a catch.
Great pluck down to his right hand side.
Yeah.
That's a hard one to do, and he's smashed it.
But a catch straight back in return. It brings Tony straight back in. 6 against 2 now, first set. Good standing counter. Very good standing counter indeed, actually.
Yeah, right on his knees. Not be catching there.
Oh, the delayed ball. Though. Yeah, the delayed ball from Tony catches Zagreb unaware. He's now got a 1v5.
And a 1-for-1 to end it.
Some very good fakes.
Take that 1-1.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Marco, their captain, there, some good fakes. You know, it's stopping that momentum from Zagreb. You know, when you run up and go for that full power throw, if you're put off literally by a millisecond, that's it. You know, sometimes your throw isn't quite as accurate, isn't quite as strong as you want it to. But Zagreb's still winning that middle ball.
Yeah, it's polar opposite to what we saw in the last game here. We've got a lot more pressure coming up against Zagreb. It'd be interesting to see how they deal with it.
Yeah. But they all come in, they come for that team talk, which is weird because, especially from a team like Zagreb, we know how strong their arms can be. If you're looking at taking just one hit from that, that's very promising.
Oh, and a double hit there.
Double hit, yeah.
Yeah, big work again.
We've seen a lot of double hits. Do you think it's kind of their positioning in terms of how close they are to others?
Yeah, I think they're quite static, unfortunately, with their dodging. So if it hits one person, it's quite likely to hit the person standing right next to you.
Only the single ball there from Zagreb. They are up one player, but a 3-ball attack now from Zapad. Oh, and that's a great arm from centre.
And he gets the ball straight back again. That's what you want. They're going on a full ball attack. And the hit there with the 2 balls.
And although Zagreb want to kind of fake it, they can't afford to really release it, but they do release one anyway. I think they can afford to throw those single balls because the arms are quite powerful.
Definitely. And what Zapad are doing quite well is as soon as they've made that throw, they're still staying up there high on the court, put pressure on the countering throws coming back at them.
They don't actually have a women's division in Croatia, TAMAS, but they do only have the men and mixed division.
I see, so the women can only play when they're playing mixed?
Yep.
I'm sure they'll be in the next year or so.
Yeah, indeed.
On a line step, that's big.
That is very big. Zagreb now only up 3-1 and they get the hit. Tony can't quite make the hit. He's probably too close for comfort there, and Zagreb get the big hit from the middle. Yeah,
Zagreb turned that game around really. Zapad should have won that game. They were up. They made some dominant plays, but Zagreb came all the way back on one play.
Here we go, another start. No players off from the start like we currently have seen. That's off
big
the
hit off the shoulder.
Yeah, can't quite get low enough. Here we go, Zagreb up against it again, and that's...
Oh, I thought he plucked that.
Yeah, so did I. He's close to the catch. Maybe he's pushed too hard, it's popped out kind of where you really want it. Number 18 there, Ivan. Zapad comes straight back with a hit, and that's what they've been doing every time. Oh, and that does not look like a good dodge, TAMAS.
Straight on his hip. That does not look comfortable. Decent dodge from Jadric.
Yeah.
Get those split legs. It's just a bit less static. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good to see. They're getting around the court using their, lateral dodges, as up and down. It's good. It makes it a bit more unpredictable for the other team.
As a dodger, I think you're really big hit, and it's just below the knees, which is kind of a spot you're really looking for. You love to hit the toe shots, but you've really got to be accurate every time if you're looking for that. The knee is such a good place to hit because it's normally so static in terms of movement.
Yeah, 100%. It's just you have to be quite careful when you're going for those knees because 1 foot above and you're in the pocket, as I'd say, for catches. So you've got to get it down there. Got to be accurate. Got to be powerful.
Zapad definitely have got the big arms to counter this Zagreb. It'll be a nice game to watch in terms of what Zagreb can do. We've just seen their first game before.
Yeah, the first game Zagreb were very much a dominant team, very aggressive. Now you see them much more defensive.
But it's nice to see, you know, the different style of play from Zapad. You know, Marco there, the captain on the left side, he decides to hold that ball. You know, last game we saw a lot of running counters, but now he's decided to hold it. They've decided to go with a 3. They've now got 4 balls. The 4-ball attack on a 1. 2 players up. Tam, can they finish this set out?
Yes, they can.
And there we go.
Again, that sort of that delayed throw, that kind of early throw, and then the delayed following it.
Yeah.
The blocker's not sure which one to follow.
Ivan can't quite get high enough there for that. You know, the jump dodge with the ball in hand, it's often a difficult one because, you know, you can't cover your toes unless you're super flexible. It's hard to cover every part of your body with the ball when you're in the air. You know, the movement is very much limited.
Yeah.
Oh, and there we go. Zapad take the middle ball.
Is it the first time they've lost it, Zagreb?
I think so, yeah, but his hand does look damaged from it. Maybe his fingers have got bent a little. Number 14 there, he's holding his hand. Dario. Oh no, 74,
very
sorry.
good hit.
Franco. Zapad, they come to that middle every time, you know, it's often a nice thing to see. But a messy,
good revenge hits
yeah,
from Zagreb.
very good revenge hits. They take up 2, in fact. I think that's kind of where Zapad are a little sloppy, maybe on their track back. Could have actually had 4 balls there, Zagreb, but gets released. Oh, and that's a really nice throw, but maybe a poor block.
Yeah, you got to watch your feet up there. When you're that far up the court, you've got to protect them toes.
Oh, and he's not quite made the catch, but that's a good hit there. The wing player being very strong yet again, and now it's 2 players left in for Zapad.
Yeah, Zagreb taking that 1-for-1, definitely worth it in that situation.
It's nice to see the Zagreb are still very quick up the court. They're not, you know, they're not phased by the big arms of Zapad.
Yeah, I think that's what's been the difference in this game. They've been a bit more aggressive. They put the pressure on Zapad.
Good movement from Nicola, but he doesn't quite get the dodge in his way. Here's a fact for you, Tamas. Zagreb was actually the first founded dodgeball club in Croatia, but a lot of their key members have moved on and actually opened dodgeball clubs themselves, and now they're kind of on the back foot. They're a sort of lack of players at the moment.
I see.
Yeah, it's kind of a difficult point, you know. You've made the club and it's quite a strong club, but now all your other players have gone, do you know what, I think it's a new challenge for me to go make a new club.
I see. It's a bit like what you find with dodgeball in the UK with university teams. You end up with a lot of people graduating and then moving on, so you end up with a university team that doesn't have any players. So, yeah. I'm sure they'll get there more and more popularity within the sport. Oh, I thought 22 flushed that then. But...
So did I. What a great catch that would have been. Off the start, you know, doesn't bring a player back in for you, but it does deplete the side of Zagreb.
That number 11 there, he's got some decent fakes on him. He managed to pop that fake, cause the movement, and they're getting some hits out of it. So get to see more of that. It's good.
There we go. The movement from Demir, not quite the best, like we said. Would hope for a little more movement. Kind of that sideward arch dodge that a lot of new people go for.
Yeah, it's more of like a panic move. You need to kind of... What a ridiculous catch.
Oh my Jesus.
Is that off his shins?
Off his shins. Oh, and 74 doesn't quite get in the out of that. Franco there. Oh, and that's a very poor dodge. Like you said, it's the panic dodge from Dominic there of the Zagreb side. Very big standing counters from the front of the court. Normally you'd like to see a team reset, and there you go, look, you've got the 4 balls reset there, but they fire 2.
Catch that.
Yeah, it looked like it was coming down perfect for Marco, but ball fires wide. And that side, that cross-court shot, he seemed to have mastered. He stands middle court, which... And there we go. 1-for-1, and Zagreb do go up in this game. they're up.
Yeah, I have to say, it's interesting. Zagreb have been on the defensive this whole time, but they seem to be just patiently waiting out the games, making their plays, and end up winning the game.
Yeah, I would say Zapad, they're very strong in terms of coming forward, but when they seem to track back, they're very slow, or they're very mix and match. You see, just there, you should come back to the back of the court there.
Exactly. Look, and they've got 4 balls. You've got to reset.
It looks like they're panicking there. They do throw 2, and one does get the hit.
Oh,
and that's an absolute
That's a
killer.
big headshot. I have to say I enjoyed that, but I definitely enjoyed that.
Dario from close court there takes off the head of the Zagreb player.
It can be nasty, those ones, because the ball can end up with, and a slow-mo. Love this. Oh!
That's a great hit.
That's a great hit.
Like a bowling pin.
It can be nasty because you can get dust on the ball, so that can get in your eyes and stuff. That's the only bad thing. But normally they don't hurt too much, to be honest.
I think a lot of people, when they come to dodgeball, they worry about that sort of hit. But
yeah, I think once you play for a couple of times, you realise it ain't all that bad, really.
No. Now Zagreb, they're down 1 player. Can they make any hits? They do.
Big glancing hit there.
Yeah.
21 going to the side, making him fish to one side, getting that hit.
And the fakes from both teams here, they're really nice, and it's good to see a team faking so well because it forces the movement from the other team.
Big work from Marco. Gets the hit, gets out of the way of 2 flying balls at him, and now they're 2 players up. Great work from the captain.
Really nice. Now 3-on-1. 2 balls get released. Marco in the centre.
Marco takes the 1-for-1 again.
He's been in a lot of 1-for-1s. I think he's won 2 of them. He lost the last one that was in the game where Zagreb went up. But Zagreb against Zapad currently 6 set points each. Tamas.
Close game. It's good
really
to watch.
close. Yeah, really nice game. So not long left of this game. Another thing that is a big thing here, they struggle for a lot of referees because a lot of the players they play, they don't referee. The stronger players are almost a better referee. You kind of see that here in a lot of European countries here, but
yeah. I think refereeing, getting refs, I think we struggle in the UK, even with the amount of people who play here. So, you can understand these kind of people who are, Croatia seem brand new almost. So, yeah, having this kind of setup is still pretty impressive, to be fair.
A lot of these 1-for-1 trades, or someone comes out better off. A lot of people rush for the middle for those aggressive hits. And although Zagreb, a couple of seconds ago, were down 1 set, they look like they could be taking this, although a good hit.
We need to know who this number 6 is on Zagreb. He's making so many decent plays. Good block.
Now, I think he's a very aggressive player, although he is a centre player and he makes those catches. He likes to run centre court a lot and take those hits.
Oh, drops that catch, unfortunately.
As I say, he's a good catcher. He drops, I wouldn't say a simple one, but one that he'd like to take.
Well, he's taken harder ones already.
And there we go. There's
and back line.
Oh, he's taken out 2.
This will be a 3-on-1 if he manages this. He's put it back onto 1-on-1. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah. Good block.
Easy pass that over.
That's passed over. I guess that's probably not his fault because he's kind of.
Yeah, he's kind of tried to control it.
Yeah. Good block. Got 1 ball. But there we go.
Oh, time.
End of first half. A good comeback to take 1 point from that, Tamas.
Absolutely, I'd take that all day long if you were staring at 3 players.
Yeah.
And you could take the draw out of it, bring it to 7-7. Yeah, I'll take that all day long.
Yeah.
Good work.
Zapad maybe a little moan at the ref there. Although these refs are new, I'm sure they're not afraid to give out a yellow.
Well, you saw that earlier.
Well, that's
arguing the ref, a yellow was given, so you've got to be careful.
So it'll be good to see this second half here. 15 minutes will go onto the clock for the second half. We've already seen Zagreb take the first game, but can Zapad take this one from Zagreb? A very close game at the half, as you can see, 7 apiece. What do you want to see from both teams here, Tamas, to take the win? What do you kind of want?
We'll keep the aggression going. I think that Zapad came out the blocks really quick with some big hits, just as they did with that hit. Wow. We need to keep that going. Make sure they are tracking back though. We need to watch out because Zagreb are patiently waiting their time and they will pounce as soon as you make a mistake like that. So yeah, I think Zapad, if they want to win this game, they've got to keep going with their aggression. Just watch their backs there.
Here we go. They're currently 1 player down in this first set of the second half. Good dodging there from Dominic there, nice and low. He seems to do that quite a lot. Sometimes you'd probably wait for that, Tamas. You'd start to know a player and how they dodge, I guess.
Exactly. That's where you need to pump your fakes in, get them to make that big dodge, and hit them while they're down there.
But Zapad only up 1 player yet again.
Yeah, I think Zagreb are playing this really well, to be fair.
Yeah.
They are getting hit, they are going down sometimes, but they're just patiently waiting it out, and they're making the big plays, and they're eventually winning those games. So I think if they keep going as they are, I think they're going to win these.
Good fakes there. Doesn't quite get the hit, and some. Oh, that's some great fakes up court.
Oh,
Ball goes up, but that's a block there, I think. Oh, that's some great dodgeball there. He makes the catch, and as he's in mid-air, the ball that he secured. And the referee has called it out, I believe. Okay, he doesn't want to argue.
He could have blocked onto himself. It's easily done.
What a shot.
Right on his standing right foot.
Vladimir, the captain for Zagreb. Really nice standing counter. And there we go. Zagreb very happy with that victory. A good catch from number 6, although he doesn't stay in, you know. It's turned the tide, I guess, in that set, Tamas.
Absolutely. Yeah, just getting that extra player from Zapad out, getting your own player back in, completely turns the tide in the game.
Here we go, second set into this second half. Zagreb currently up the 1 set. It's been, you know, both teams have taken the lead in this. Zagreb get the first hit off the start. That's big for them. A very aggressive team as such, Tamas.
Definitely. I think they've brought it back a little bit in this second half. They've brought back their aggression that they didn't really have in the first half.
Yep.
Showing some dominancy now. I thought I skimmed his shoulder, but he's just over the way of it. The
nice early hit is kind of throwing on the off foot, because then the other team don't. Oh, and that's a great catch mid-air. He goes for the small celebration. Some refs probably would call an out or a yellow card for that.
Yeah, that's no easy feat though, that catch though. In mid-air, catching that while your knees are up. Very good.
And when you know, Zapad have started to turn a little sloppy there. They're taking some players out there that probably didn't want to. And this number 8, he's got a very good arm, Tamas. You know, he seems to throw on his off foot every time. Silvio there for Zagreb.
Yeah, I don't think you can't really predict where he's throwing it.
No. Maybe it is kind of the handball thing, because they do often do that. They throw on the off foot. You see Aidan Woodall, who came from handball here in the UK. He kind of has that thing kind of down to a T as well.
Yeah, it does. Very difficult to predict where he's throwing.
Zapad, they do make the catch. Only 1 player down now.
Yeah, Zagreb didn't really need to throw that ball to cross court. A bit risky, and it does pay the price.
Yeah. Dominic there glances the hand of the Zapad player. 1 for 1.
No, hit the ball apparently.
Wow.
That's a bit of a lucky one, but he's got away with it. Quite a big hit there as well.
Yeah.
2 on 2.
Now 2 on 2. The balls.
Good block.
Blocked it onto himself, I believe. Oh. There we go. And number 6, Mr. Red Shorts himself. We don't have his name, Tamas, but you know.
But he's played very well.
Very well indeed.
Decent throws from Zapad, both on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Very difficult to catch up there.
Silvio a little annoyed there, but you can't get annoyed at the refs. You know, you've got to play the game. Sometimes the decisions, they don't always go your way, Tamas. New referees, you know, aren't always the most perfect, but unfortunately, when you're in a kind of new sort of style of dodgeball, you're very fresh to the European scene. You're never going to get the best referees off the bat. You've kind of got to wait a little for the process to happen.
Absolutely, and to be honest, it's part of the reason why I love dodgeball so much. It kind of makes the game a bit more exciting. Yeah, dodgeball's such a quick game, and especially when you're new to the reffing and new to the game itself. I don't envy the refs. I have to say that I do not envy the refs.
Neither do I. But Vladimir, some really good hits there from centre court in the centre zone, but can't quite get his foot up enough, and he's caught on the toes, Tam.
Yeah, gotta get them feet out of the way. Oh, number 6. Can't fish for that, mate.
Right.
Give up.
Don't need to be fishing out there. You know, you can make the catches when they come to you. Don't need to reach out that far, especially when you're so close to the back line there, Tam.
Absolutely. You just got to be aware of how many players you got on court. If you are one player, that's a good catch.
Great
You like that? Seems like a signature catch, knees up, catching in his belly. Yeah, no, you just got to be aware how many players you got on court. If you're up players, you don't really need to be going for those catches. You just got to wait for it. If you are down, then of course go for them. But risky catches when you're up, there's no need.
Good movement there from 1, but number 5 does take the ball.
But a revenge hit straight away, so it's a 1-for-1.
Yeah.
Zagreb will take that. And a good hit there.
Number 8, he's celebrating every time. He loves it. Silvio.
He's fired up, mate.
Yeah, very passionate dodgeballer. But here we go. And now up yet again that set. Seems to be, it's very close. It's coming down to the wire, Tam. It's very close.
Absolutely. I feel like Zagreb are edging it, but then again, Zapad have definitely got enough promise there to come back into this game.
Yeah. And Mr. Red Shorts, we do have a name for him now. We are very sorry that we've just been calling you number 6. We found out his name. It's Philippe, or Sabel Philippe.
Sabel Philippe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there we go. He's been a very key player for the Zagreb side. Very good movement in the middle. He's taken the catches, a couple of catches, and like you said, he's very good at. That's what he does very well. Tracking back. He's got the ball in front of him, and he's not afraid to be aggressive.
Exactly. He's also protecting his wide wing player there, so you know it's very important, especially if you've got people coming and countering.
Yeah. And there we go. Balls go out wide as you do with the 2 on the wings. And there we go. And as we've seen,
what a catch!
Yeah, very nice catch.
There's been some lovely catches in this game, I have to say.
Really nice catch. Oh, and there's some good aggressive hits. And
no way! No way!
What?
No way!
What has even just happened? What a great catch from Dominic. Whether he means it or not is a different question, but...
Oh, and he gets himself straight after. But it's worth it all for that catch. That was unbelievable.
Philip looks like he makes a good hit, doesn't quite get it. And it looks like they're aiming for him now. They probably know how good he is late on.
Yeah, got to make sure you don't go with that single ball there, because I think he'll catch it.
Great fake there. Very commanding, very dominant in that centre.
Oh. Number 6, Philip doesn't quite take the catch this time.
Maybe when the power was amped up a little, Philip makes it quite well.
Zagreb really need this game if they want to win this overall. Want to get that 2-game buffer. He sticks his hand out. Got to be careful with that.
Yeah, he's annoyed at himself. Although Zagreb looked very aggressive and made a couple of really good catches in this set. They're down 2 players now.
Watch your feet.
He's close to the back line there, but the line ref He's got his eyes sharp on that, Tam.
Yeah, he looks like he's sharp on it, mate.
Zapad very controlled in there, and they are a good 2-ball attack. One's delayed.
We go to drawing again.
Yes,
this is a great game.
Very good game.
Set by set, almost. It seems to be whoever wins this middle ball seems to command it from the off. Be interested to see who wins this. Ooh, Zapad this time. Let's see what happens. 4 minutes 30 on my clock. So we got a couple of games in there. So it could go back down to a draw. We'll see. 1 for 1. Catch.
Here we go.
3-ball attack. Releasing just the one. Good hit though. Zapad really do have those really strong arms, don't they? Seems to be a team of pretty strong arms.
Very close.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Zagreb do here, because they really need to kind of finish this game off. They're most likely going to lose this, so it's almost worth losing this game quite quickly.
Yeah, indeed.
Get another game in quick, win that game, and try and go for the winner at the end.
It's kind of a tactic that a lot of people do use. A lot of people find it weird or like a bit scummy, I guess, in terms of that tactic. But I think a lot of people do it.
There you go. So there is theoretically time for 2 more games here. Zagreb have to play aggressive. They just have to play quickly. Zapad, all they have to do is sit back, make the hits when they want to. We just get out of the way of all them balls. Timeout called.
They're in the timeout, Tam. What are both teams talking about? What do they both need to do?
Well, yeah, Zagreb we're looking like controlling this main game, but they now find themselves 1 set down, so they really have to come out of the blocks quickly, get this game done and dusted as quick as they can to get that second game in, so they can go for the win. Zapad really have to slow this game down, so if they do end up winning that first ball, you know, I would most likely like them to see only releasing 1 really at any one time, tracking back nicely, make sure they give pressure on, do not give away any cheap hits, don't go for any silly catches or anything like that. Let's get out of the way of the balls. But yeah, like I say, I'd expect to see Zagreb gunning out of the box straight off, with Zapad sitting back and relaxing.
Yeah. I'd definitely say Zapad have done that very well in terms of...
And that's the end of the timeout there.
There we go, we're both teams back onto court. Get underway.
Zapad releasing the 1, keeping the pressure on. Yeah, there you go. They've slowed it right down. That's what they want. Zagreb do make that hit though, so they are up in this game.
Really nice hits, you know, from both teams, I guess. Like you said, Zapad have really slowed it down, and that's what you really want to do. You don't want to be, you know, going for hits. If you feel like you're very aggressive, you can afford to do that.
Yeah, I think Zapad, what they've got the luxury of, they've got some really decent arms, so they can afford to just throw that 1 ball and not have the fear of being caught all the time. So yeah, nice control showing from them so far.
Really nice hits across the board. Yeah.
25.
So what? 2 players up now.
Yeah. Oh, makes it 3-on-2. That's a big hit from
that's
number 1.
That's a really big hit there.
Yeah, but you can see he's playing a bit faster now. This is what they need to do. They need to play fast. They've only got a minute left of this half. Game, in fact.
Yeah. Lip goes for the little throw there, but he doesn't quite make the hit. That would have really slowed this game down, but some great dodging there. Another great dodge. Oh, number 1, he can't quite get out of the way. If he got out of the way of that second one, Tam, and made the hit, that would have been a completely different game.
That would have been unbelievable. Yeah. But yeah. And now we've got Philip left in on his own. If he makes a catch, makes it 2-2, that completely changes the game.
Yeah.
But they can't afford to draw. They need the win.
Go for the low toe shots, but they throw one and they're fine with that. Zapad.
Oh, he's made one hit.
He's made one. Doesn't make the second.
And he's made the catch. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
What's going on here? 2 players have come on.
Oh, they haven't done the same thing again.
Oh, they've done it. What have they done? It's a one-on-one. 14 seconds left. It's paused on.
They've let him come on. No, they haven't.
No, they haven't. Oh, the rest got a timeout. Wrong player entry. Just look. He's entered it literally 2 steps before TAMAS.
I can't believe it. Oh, what a time to do it. He got too excited. That's the problem with these kind of games. You get so excited, find yourself running on court trying to win the game.
Yeah.
But he's unfortunately put Philip in a pretty difficult position here.
He's done the 1v3.
Try and win the game for himself.
Yeah. He's just got to slow down. He's got 10 seconds. He can take his time here. It's just going to be a close. And there we go.
He needs to win this. Oh, that's it.
And as Zagreb look like they come out of blocks, Philip does all he can. That would have drawn things up, Tam. At least taken the draw, at least. And a wrong player entry loses that game for them.
Yeah, Zagreb there. I just feel like they didn't quite play as quickly as they could have done. Zapad did a very good job of just controlling that game, making those big hits when they needed to.
Indeed, indeed. Philip, a very good performance there. Good performance from all TAMAS, I will say that. But
absolutely, that was a very good game to watch.
Yeah, but now we go into our last game. It probably is going to go the way of kind of the Zagreb-Banijske game.
Yeah, I'm feeling Zapad with their strong arms there will come out victorious, especially with Banijske with the kind of static dodging. They need to get themselves out of the way more. Otherwise, they will find themselves being hit.
It will be nice to see how kind of Banijske challenge Zapad in terms of their performance. Probably gives Zapad a chance to kind of put a couple more players on the court as well. But that's a good hit from the start. Equals it up. First set on.
Yeah, that's just what I was saying. Big throw, static dodge. Find themselves get hit. It's got to get out of the way of that.
It's even sometimes just pulling those knees up, because teams like this, you know, where they're going from that knee and below kind of aggressive shots, just picking your knees up can help so much. And there we go. Just a small movement from Banijske doesn't really pay dividends to what they can really do.
Yeah, there's a lot of promise in this team. They've got some decent arms, but they just need to get out of the way.
They don't really have the time to display it because they've been hit out already.
Exactly, yeah.
It would be nice to see kind of week by week how they do improve, you know, that small tuning of throws together. And there we go. Number 18 makes the catch for Zapad. Ivan, nice simple catch. He gets it in early, and that's, as a catcher, that's what you always want to do. You boost that confidence nice and early.
Yeah, that's it. Get your eye in straight away. Should set you up for the rest of the match.
The big thing about Croatian dodgeball as well, Tamas, is they actually have a street dodgeball tournament.
Street dodgeball?
Yeah, street dodgeball. So I guess it's played on the either a street or I guess like a multi-court type of ground. I can't imagine that's the greatest for the knees in terms of dodging.
Oh God, imagine. Yeah, but that sounds quite fun though. But I feel sorry for the knees, as you say, and the balls as well.
Yeah. Oh, and there we go. Zapad it was a very quick game, and you know, like we said before, Banijske, they are a very new team in terms of dodgeball. But these simple things, that's all they've got to do every time. These simple things, you know, eyes up, that's one of them. Bigger dodges, and you know, just making sure the ball retrievers are getting the balls. Don't worry about all the balls off court. Worry about the balls that are in front of you, probably about to be thrown at you.
Exactly, especially when you're playing teams like Zapad, who've got these very strong, very accurate throws. You got to keep your eyes up.
Nice aggressive block. Number 20 there of Matej. There we go, they've got 4 balls now. The Zapad, every time they're just waiting for Banijske to, they're waiting for that ball to be thrown because they know Banijske as the new team are going to panic throw.
Yeah. That's what I found when I saw Zapad in the last game against Zagreb. They were looking for that ball control, and that seems to be what they're going for this game as well.
And number 74 there, very aggressive up the court, Franco. Doesn't quite get the upper body shot he wants, but he doesn't make the catch either. It's right at him. Maybe a little poor from a experienced dodgeballer, Tamas.
That kind of area is where you've got to be looking at making those catches. I mean, ideally when you're up as they are, you'd be getting out of the way even before that happens, but if you are left in that position where you have ball coming at that area, you've got to clutch it in there.
I think as a new team as well, you've really got to look at something we talk about a lot in terms of damage management. You know, if you go into a game and you're really worried about maybe not beating the team, it's in terms of league position. I guess there's only 3 teams in the league, but you know, damage management is a very good thing you can work on in terms of just getting out of the way of things.
100%. A lot of the time you'll come up against teams who you are outmatched against. You need to kind of work your way back into the game just by having players on court. That's all you need to do.
I'd say apart from that second set, you know, Banijske have kind of been in it. They've been very close. They've made some good hits, and like we said, when those players are left in, they do make the good hits. It's just getting out of the way of those simple one-ball attacks.
Exactly. I think what you'll see is if they're all on their game, it looks like they're kind of I was just saying that. Unfortunately, that was a very static dodge there. But when they're kind of more facing the, kind of more involved in the game, that's when you'll find that they end up not getting out as often. Oh, that was a catchable one. Oh,
yeah, it was. He's done the old defensive hands in the way.
Yeah. Yeah, this is when you can tell they're a little bit inexperienced, because that's the perfect catchable zone. You don't want to be putting your hands to kind of protect yourself. You want to be catching.
Zapad also really should be looking at fine-tuning a couple of skills here. They've come forward with 2 balls thrown at different targets, and there we go. Banijske take the set. Oh, it's a draw. There we go. So one was hit from each side. End of the 3 minutes, but still very good from Banijske to take the 1 point from that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, Zapad will be looking at that game and thinking that they needed to. You know, they should be, as you said, fine-tuning. They shouldn't find themselves in 2v2 situation against Banijske. They should be looking at seeing out these games as in control as possible.
But one thing we do see is that number 74 there, Franco, who's normally run mid-ball every time, decides to pull out of that one, and it'd be nice to see what Banijske do with the first ball, but they get standing counted off the bat. I think if you're quite slow on that start in terms of getting the ball live, throwing it, you're often probably going to face a standing counter.
Yeah, that's pretty much the advantages of that middle ball. Is it's normally from your quickest runner coming back to one of your quickest throwers normally. So that's a very quick attack, and that's normally before the other team can get settled off the start of the game. So that's the main advantage of that. But of course, if you slow it down, it kind of takes away that advantage.
And Dario here on that left side, although he's got the big arm from the wing, his dodging isn't quite as, you know, big as you'd like. And a first time out card here for number 13, Marco.
Oh, I see. He's put the ball back into court.
Oh wow! Simple mistake to make, I guess, but you know, ones that you really shouldn't be making in terms of league dodgeball, Tamas.
Exactly. It's going to mean that your team starts to play it down next game. It's not ideal.
But we will get back underway here. 2-ball attack, and he's left standing flamingo-like on one leg, and an easy hit there for Franco Jedrick.
Yeah, that's why lateral dodges are so much kind of a little bit more effective than that kind of, well, one-legged thing which we saw just then.
Yeah.
Because if you're laterally dodging, most likely you're just moving to one side. You've got both feet on the ground. You can easily move again if needs be. So if, like in that situation where you've managed to dodge the 2 balls, you're still ready to dodge that 3rd ball that's coming at you.
Very true indeed, Tamas. My mistake, that was Tony Rendulic that made the hit for the last throw of that last round. I think even from Zapad, although they're 7-1 up, still some of their dodges aren't quite as, you know, fluid as you'd like, I guess. You know, if they came up against a more aggressive team, you could imagine a lot of them were getting hit out by simple throws.
I do, yeah, and it's one thing you don't really want to get out from. Like a single ball throw, you really shouldn't be getting out from. You should be getting out of the way, and that was a very slow curling ball hit number 4 out there. He's got his kind of very nice catch there.
Really nice catch.
Yeah, as we were saying, a single ball throw, you've got to be getting out of the way of it. That's one thing we work on a lot, you know, at high level in the UK, is that single ball throw, getting out of the way of it, big dodges to move out of the way. If you've got a 2 or 3 ball attack, then you know you're more likely to be hit, but that single ball you really shouldn't be getting out from.
A nice thing to see would be, obviously, when the European Championships do come back round. After that, in terms of the players that do go from the Croatian national team back to this kind of recreational dodgeball, what they do bring, you know, because I think when you go to a European event, you do learn a lot about European dodgeball.
You learn so much. So every team, like even for example, we've picked up on these guys throwing the middle ball a lot. Like that'll be a tactic that these guys will have, whereas a lot of other teams will do different things, and you'll pick up from other teams what they do well, and you'll bring it back to your own recreational team. So absolutely, I think it'll be massive for them when they come around to their first big tournament, that is.
Here we go, Zapad only up the 1 player this time, and oh, great arm there, and a great arm in return, Tam.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to get those revenge hits in, but I think number 2, unfortunately, he was holding the 2 balls, very difficult to block with one hand, with 1 ball. So yeah, you got to have both hands around it, really.
Yeah. One thing we do know is the European Dodgeball Champs will be held in Croatia in 2022, so it'll be a nice thing to see when we go there in terms of kind of the hospitality that they bring and kind of how much they will learn by then. Absolutely.
Well, I love Croatia. I went there a few years ago and it's a beautiful country, so yeah, I'm looking forward to getting there. As well as the dodgeball, of course.
But Zapad, you know, they really played dominance in the game, but they do get the hit. One gets hit, it's a 1-on-1.
But he's missed that right at the front of the court.
Number 5 there. Minchi. Antonio here for Banijske. What can he do? A single ball gets fired against number 18, Ivan Mitic.
Oh, he's blocked onto himself.
Oh, and there we go.
Banijske win the game.
They do. They win that set, and that's, you know, like we said, they only won 2 sets in their first round of dodgeball. Considering this is their opening year, they've now won 3 sets and drawn a set, TAMAS. So a very good progress already, as we've seen.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see them at this stage in their kind of, well, career, I suppose, and then looking back at them at the end of this year. I reckon there'll be a huge amount of improvement.
And I think when you play these aggressive teams, especially kind of, they've probably got a lot more experience than Banijske, how much they do grow themselves. You know, static dodging, like you said, it's something they've really got to work on.
Yeah, they've definitely got the kind of key skills there. You can kind of tell that their throws are very good. They do have some people who can dodge, and they've done the odd catch as well. So they've definitely got all the kind of key things there that they need. They just need to fine tune a few things, and I reckon they'll be a very good team. That's a good hit though.
Really nice hit. Like we said, when they do stay in the time, you know, it starts to show that they have actually got powerful arms. That's really poor from Zapad there to throw 4 balls and not get one single hit.
Yeah, I think they've kind of got a bit comfortable. They're thinking they're going to win this game really easily, so they're just throwing everything, not really taking it seriously. And as you can see, paying the price.
Yeah, really paying the price. But now they've given Zapad the 5 balls. One comes up, and the arm from Matej on that left side. Oh, he decides to go for it, but against it as number 18, Zapad. Mitic.
Oh, it's unfortunate. It gets hit by the first one.
He does make the catch on the second, but like you said, he gets hit by the first. Now it's a 1v2 for Banijske. Currently down 9-3.
Great hit.
And that is a lovely toe snap for TAMAS.
Yeah, that's good work from him. Saw the balls at the, like, he had 2 balls high up, holding him on his chest. His legs were completely exposed. Great hit on the toe.
And we're coming up to the kind of the end of the first half here. 11-3 up. Zapad are. They've really just got to be closing this first half out. Just make sure they're not making these silly mistakes, because sometimes when you play the newer teams, you often kind of I wouldn't say stoop to their level, but you kind of do make sloppier mistakes.
Yeah, well, I think you, in the back of your mind, you think you can get away with those silly mistakes, so you end up doing them. So you just got to keep your mind focused. You want to see out the games and just play your normal dodgeball. You don't want to be ending up playing some strange style of dodgeball that you would never play against a bigger team. That ball went straight up in the air. I thought someone got that.
To be honest, he probably could have got it himself. He's put his hand up, ready to go away.
Yeah, again, some inexperience showing from Banijske, unfortunately.
Nice roll there. Gets out of the way of the first 3, but can't quite get away from the single ball there, because he's kind of stationary in that position. Especially from the floor, TAMAS. When you dodge the floor, you've really got to be thinking about what your next move is before any ball's thrown.
Yeah, it makes you pretty vulnerable if you're on that kind of position, but you know, good fun to see. It's what we like to see.
I think that it's a lot about that as well, having fun in these games as well. You know, it really makes you think about kind of what your next step in dodgeball is. Because you don't really, you know, a lot of people love to be competitive, but having that fun as well definitely boosts kind of confidence in playing.
100%. I mean, a lot of people, if they play dodgeball for the first time, every time they'll say, they come off the back of it and they're like, that was just the most fun I've ever had. That's pretty much why I love dodgeball. So it's just the most fun you'll ever have in your life. It's just brilliant. But take that behind the game line. Okay, didn't see that. Oh, that's half time.
And there it is. And Banijske take the set. Very good set for them, you know, like you said, they stayed in, they made the dodges they needed to, and they were making the simple hits. You know, Zapad, they really can't deal with the 1-ball attack, and that's what it looks like a lot, you know, where Banijske are making these random 1-ball throws.
Yeah, it can put you off, you know, when you're playing a new team, they're so unpredictable.
Yeah.
But you find a ball coming at you which you never expected to come at you, and you can get caught out.
The ball retriever could have got that there, but it isn't quite off court, so doesn't quite get his hands around it. Second half, Tamas, what are you looking for from both teams? What does Zapad really need to do to close out this game? They're probably going to win it anyway, but in terms of... Oh wow.
Well, they're very lucky there for one, but no, they need to pretty much just fine-tune what we know that they can do. They've definitely got the throws there. They can control games. They have made some silly mistakes in the first half. Just get rid of those, and I think they'll see this game out really easily. I think with Banijske, what they'll need to do is, as you were talking about earlier, is damage management. Make sure that you try and don't give them any easy outs and stuff like that. You'll find that there's a lot of one-ball throws from Zapad coming across, and Banijske just aren't simply getting out of the way of. That's what they need to get right. Need to get that sorted, and a couple of catches would not go amiss at all for them.
Yeah. Zapad up the court, nice and aggressive.
Oh, watch yourself. Oh my god.
Dodges out of the way, spins on his back to dodge the first one, but like you said, it's very stationary on the ground there and can't make a move to the second.
Yeah, he was very aware where the line was there. Trying to get out of the way of the line, but then he got himself hit by a ball instead. So
Franco Jadric there drops his ball as he jumps in air. And now we've got Ivan in for Banijske. He's the last alive, 1v4. Ball goes up, not in catching distance. Fakes there, one ball gets thrown.
He's got a very quick release armour. So.
Yeah. It's almost released not at the point where you'd expect it.
Yeah. He must have a very good grip on the ball, because it must be quite difficult for him to keep that.
Here we go, 3 balls come up from Zapad now. Expect 2 to be thrown here just to get the player out. One by one the balls come and it's an easy block. And here we go. Centre court, couple of fakes. He's going to have to be quick to get back, but can't quite get the way out of the dodge.
Yeah. Nice and quick up the court from Zapad there, making the most of him being further up the court than normal and getting that hit. That was much better from Zapad. That's pretty much what they need to do. They need to control those games and wait for those Banijske guys to make those mistakes, unfortunately, which they are continue to do, unfortunately.
So 12 minutes left now. 10 points behind. If Banijske could get a couple of quick games in, you'd like to say that they could probably come back into it. They're not, the worst team I've ever seen play in terms of dodgeball, considering on how new they are. They're very quite fine-tuned in terms of certain things.
Absolutely, there's definitely been some tactics there. Someone on that team has obviously been drilling in tactics in their training sessions.
Yeah.
So they've got some tactics in there. They just need to be careful with things like that. Keeping away 3 balls, they're lucky to get 1, and they're down. Well, they're not down a player, but they've got a player down from that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Banijske, they've got a lot of stuff there. Just need to be careful of their ball retention, their static dodging, and I think they're right in it.
Yeah, they've got some really nice arms in terms of the throwing style, the aggressiveness, and the accuracy. They're definitely there. They're taking out the Zapad players one by one.
Well, as you see here, so they're 3 players up, 2 balls. They've got to play defensive, and they can afford to play it slow. They've got quite enough time to get some more games in. That single ball throw straight in for a catch there.
Yeah. Now they're only up the 1 player and everything really does change, especially against Zapad here.
Yeah, Zapad are quite happy just to sit back, take the 1 ball throws coming at them, because they'll dodge them all day long.
Yeah. Banijske, what they could really be doing here is super aggressive, and they are. They get 1, but a 1-for-1 trade here. 3v2 now, Tamas. Can Banijske take these 2 set points?
They need to. They can watch them feet. Zapad will be going for them if they can get them back.
Different targets yet again.
You've got to be going for 1 target. You just have to be, especially this time of the game. I love this number 5's dodging. He's brilliant.
Nice and low, Beyblade spin.
I feel like he's calling out his dodges before he does them.
that sort of player, and they get the 3 ball. Here we go. Now you've got to be fine-tuning these throws here. They do. They get 1.
Again, it's a single ball. It's a bit lucky.
Yeah. Zapad, they've really not been in the catching game this second half, Tamas. And,
yeah, their normal catch is not on the field right now. So we'll see. All at the same time. Go on. See.
There we go. They could really be closing that out. And number 5 there, Antonio, doesn't get the dodge in his favour.
Yeah, he should have done the Beyblade one. That's
yeah, that's it. And called it out before. Here we go. A 2-ball attack, and they throw 2.
And they do win it.
And there we go. The second round of dodgeball games, Banijske Šare takes 7 points off Zapad here. And you really wouldn't have thought about it like this in terms of, we've just seen Zagreb. We played Zagreb against Banijske. That was a very dominant game. We saw Zapad play Zagreb, and that was a very close game. You'd like to say the score would probably be the same as the first game as this one. But Banijske have really found their feet in this round, Tamas.
They have, yeah. They're making the hits. They're making those 1-ball hits, which is, I mean, you'd want them to be doing 2-ball or 3-ball attacks, but their 1-ball seems to be working all right against Zapad. On Zapad's point of view, you've got to get out of the way of those 1-balls.
Yeah.
He's got to.
Now Banijske don't dodge the single ball. They've started to kind of find who's throwing on the wings now. You see the bigger arms now taking a lot more brute force in this game.
Definitely. I mean, I would say that this number 1 that you've got in the middle there, you've got Papin Martin.
Yeah.
He's got a very good arm, very low, but he's not very mobile. I would think of put him on the wing. You don't want him in the middle.
Here he is, and he's done just that, Tamas. It's like he's heard you.
I'm predicting all sorts of things.
Here we go. 3-ball attack now. Only 1 gets thrown.
He makes the hit. He does get. It's a 1-for-1.
Yep.
What you would like to see is that player in the middle there, that number 2, put a bit more aggression on the ball handler, and that would have hopefully stopped those hits. But yeah, unfortunately, not in that case.
Here we go. They point out the player that they're looking to take out. Simple ball there. Not the most powerful. Ball goes high and...
Well, must have hit the ceiling there.
Yeah.
Came down very quickly. Alright, my favourite dodger, number 5.
There he is. Oh, and as he comes low... Looks like he hits his knee there.
I thought it hit something, but...
Yeah. It looked like he could have darted off. Could have bounced just before. Obviously, we don't have that front view. But here we go. Antonio Markovic. Left in for Banijske. Oh, and he does the side stride lunge dodge.
Yeah, that wasn't one of my favourite dodges there from him, but yeah, unfortunately.
But it has been very promising from the Banijske side in terms of what they've displayed in this game, Tamas. We can't take away from what they've achieved already as a club.
Yeah, I mean, even looking from the last game against Zagreb to this game, it looks like they've improved. So yeah, big things to come, I'm sure.
There we go. Simple but effective dodge. Ball goes up. Zapad can't quite make the lunge into that catch.
Good counter there, but
Really,
1-for-1 in the end.
Yeah, the old 1-2-step counter there. It's very effective. You build up enough power that you can release it there. I'm not quite sure what Zapad are doing there from the first catch, but they do make the second one.
Yeah, that's the only thing with Banijske. They have been getting some success with that 1-ball release. But unfortunately, that time they do end up being caught.
Oh, and he's back to it. It's Antonio Markovic, 1v4 this time. Oh, and that looks very close to a toe shot there. He gets the first
that's a
one.
decent hit. Oh, unlucky.
Very unlucky.
Yeah, it's good sportsmanship I've seen so far. Every time there's been a headshot, there's been apologising and stuff. I'm not sure if I'd be doing the same thing, but it's very good to see.
Definitely not like a lot of the other European games, Do you think that shows in terms of when England do go to European events in terms of the sportsmanship? Would you say that, or is that, I don't know? It's hard to say in terms of Croatia. Here you can see that they're all having fun, and even when they make the headshots, they're high-fiving each other. They're very joking around with each other.
Yeah, I think it very much depends on the team that you see at European Championships. A lot of teams do go there just to have a laugh and stuff. What you'll find with England is that often we're going there to win, so we're taking it very seriously. So if we do get a headshot like that, it's quite a good thing for us. So we'll celebrate it almost. If it's a bad one, of course, we'll go over and
do apologise.
Make sure we do apologise at the end, whatever it is. But yeah, we are going there to win, so that's why it's slightly different. We do still have a great time doing it. The problem is we just love winning. That's the problem.
And that Marco there was a great arm. He doesn't quite get the dodge in. Here it is. There's a referee discussion here. Small timeout. We'll find out what it is for.
Just wondering whether there might be whether the play ball was called or not.
There we go. I think you might be right on that call there.
Yeah, looks like that. 3 players out from Zapad there.
It looked like a 1v5. Antonio Markovic now a 1v2 against Zapad.
He's got 4 balls going against him. Only 2 released at one time. That's it.
I think he doesn't quite make the block, probably skims his shoulder off that,
I think he had his head down behind the ball. Didn't see where they were coming from, unfortunately gets hit on the shoulder.
So what looked like a really good half from Banijske at the first half in terms of taking points off Zapad. Zapad have come out very strong in this second half. They've taken a couple of crucial sets. They've just made sure that those hits have been critical.
Yeah, I mean, even as you saw there, they went from a 5-1 up situation to 2-1 up. They still controlled it, and they still got the hit at the end there. So yeah, very good work from them in the end.
So 3 minutes 47 left on the clock. Refs have a small discussion to be made before this game gets back underway. Tamas.
Well, I mean, probably got two, maybe 3 games if they're quick in here. Looks like Zapad have, they've secured it now, really, but let's see if Banijske can get some more points on the board to give them in the league.
And I think especially when the games are so close. Oh, there's the double hit. We haven't seen one of those in a while, but and that is poor from Zapad there. He's taken the ball, he's looked at the ball retriever to see if he can get the ball first, and he's left standing stationary, but some very good hits from Zapad in return.
Yeah, it's that 2-ball attack, very effective. It's what we much prefer in the UK, especially to 1-ball attack. That 2-ball is so much more effective at guaranteeing them hits.
Oh, yet again, our favoured number 5 is left in to do it all, Tamas.
Yeah, he seems to be good at kind of dodging the odd 2, but he needs to be careful because he's leaving himself in position. That's a good hit though.
Looks for the second one, turns his back slightly, but Zapad don't take advantage of it. Maybe they're looking at just controlling it a little more. You'd like to see a 2-ball attack here, and they do. The one delayed ball comes in, and that is a perfect executed throw to Tamas.
Yeah, it's excellent. That's what I was saying about earlier with those 2-ball attacks. It's so much more effective at getting that player out, especially when you're up like that. You can afford to give away those 2 balls, especially as there's only 1 player on one side. There's only going to be 1 ball coming back at you, worst case. So yeah, good work, Zapad.
I don't know if you see that from the start there. Number 4 gives 7 a little push kind of in the right direction. Not sure if that's always the most effective way of getting a sprint start, but...
Yeah, I was going to say maybe a little boost would have helped, but I think that kind of puts them off balance more than anything, but whatever.
If it works, I guess it works.
Yeah.
Banijske, the single ball's coming, getting thrown again.
He's left his arm out there.
And he's just thrown all but one ball away. Not the best scenario you'd like to stand yourself in for.
No, that's what they were doing better, Banijske. They were kind of controlling the balls a bit better, but it seems like they've not gone for that this time.
Yeah.
Good hits though.
Really good hits from Marco. Here we go. The label doesn't quite make its mark. Number 4 and number 5 left in now. Warner and up Antonio.
Yeah, not long left on the clock. Pretty want to see this game out, if anything.
Yeah. It would be nice to. Oh, and that is a great pluck up top. Like
He doesn't know what to do.
No, he'd like to last out that 30 seconds, but he goes a little wide with the throw, I guess, to make the Zapad player fish for a ball.
It was kind of on top of his shoulder, so it's not a bad throw, but yeah, he had a bit more court to use there. I think you would like to see him a bit more aggressive, get up the court, and then smash him.
I'd definitely say some of these players are afraid to use that full court because they see how aggressive the other players can be.
Well, that's true, especially when you're playing a team like Zapad with the arms that they have. That's what you saw what they did against Zagreb as well. They were very aggressive. They kind of almost scared Zagreb from coming up the court. Zagreb managed to come back into that game a bit with some of the play that they have, but unfortunately Banijske don't seem to have the same kind of quality that Zagreb do. Or experience, I should say.
So 90 seconds back on the clock. But this will be our last set, Tamas. A 1-for-1 trade. So both teams with 5 balls now. With 5 players, should I say. Small dodge there from number 2.
Just about getting his arm out there.
Yeah. Alan Kadic. Oh, lovely toe shot from Martin.
Quite, I thought that was a catch for a second and must have bounced just before it. You see number 13 there. Well, I went to leap of fair play, got it.
Yeah. He is out himself.
Yeah, but he's got, you can see him sliding around there. He's obviously got some sort of running trainers or something. You need to get yourself some court shoes. That will make a massive difference when it comes to your throwing.
Yeah. You're almost planting all that power into that foot. You know, when you lose that slight bit of balance from the slide of your shoe, it makes a massive difference. People, some dodgeballers don't quite understand that. But, they dodge all balls. They don't. He gets hit by the one. 13 seconds left. Can Banijske take this one? Last set.
They just need one hit. 2-ball attack.
When he does, he gets the one hit. Number 5 is hit in return. It looks like we're going to end up on a draw in that last set. With a final score, Tamas, of 26 to Zapad and 8 to Banijske Šare.
Yeah, again a dominance show from Zapad. I'd have liked to see Banijske take a couple more games there, really. I think they deserved it a bit more. But Zapad, yeah, well played.
That's some really nice dodgeball we've seen here, Tamas. It's been a pleasure to watch some dodgeball yet again. You know, we've all been craving some dodgeball. It's nice to commentate on some dodgeball.
Especially at the quality as it was. It was much better than I thought, to be fair. It's good. Very good match.
But thank you very much. I'm sure we might see each other again if we are given the opportunity to watch some more dodgeball. But it's been me, Greg Whitehouse, and Tamas Ward.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.